All right, I'm going to go ahead and record this session for those people who can't join us today. I know we have a number of international delegates from all over the world. Oh, there's the person who was trying to join. Let me just try and add them again. Sorry, everyone. So welcome. As I said before, this is the online welcome and training session for the 13th International Conference on Health, Wellness and Society. My name is Tamsin Gilbert, and I am Research Network Producer with Common Ground Research Networks. What we're going to do today is I'm going to just talk a little bit about the conference, a little bit about the themes, the history of the conference, the journal, and the book series. Following that, I might ask you if it's possible to unmute yourself. I'll just call out your names and maybe we can introduce ourselves, and I can put the link to your presenter page in the chat. Following that, I will share my screen, and what I can do is run through the CGScholar Event Mircosite, explain a little bit more how to engage in the conference, how to comment in the discussion boards, how to update your profile, and things like that. And then I'll open it up for any questions that you might have if I've spoken too quickly, which is sometimes what I tend to do. As I said, this is the 13th International Conference on Health, Wellness and Society. We are in Vancouver, Canada, at UBC Robeson Square this year. We have about 100 people participating in person and almost the same number participating online. Our delegates are bilingual, so in addition to English language delegates, we are also having around 20 people participating in person in Spanish. And in terms of our Spanish online only participants, we have almost the same number online in English as we do in Spanish as we do in English. So that's really great. We have around 28 countries represented in this year's conference. And partly why we're recording this session is so that we can include everyone by uploading this to the event schedule a bit later. The theme this year is digitizing health and well-being. What I'm going to do is put a bit of a description in the chat for people who want to read a little bit more about the special focus this year. I also just want to put another link in the chat to the journal. The journal has been recently indexed in Scopus, so we would like to welcome papers to be submitted. They're double-blind peer-reviewed using our CG publisher platform. I'll put also in the chat our support email address. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out there, either about the conference or the publishing process. Sorry, while I do that, I'm also going to close everything that could possibly ding at me during this session. Next year, the conference will be held in Sweden at Malmö University. The special focus for next year will be health for democracy, democracy for health. I'm also going to put the link for that in the chat so that everyone has that handy and on file. So what I'm going to do now is, as I mentioned before, I might just ask you to introduce yourself. As we do that, I'm going to just call out your names, and if you could unmute, say a few words, and I will put the link for your presentation page in the chat at the same time. And then that way, as we follow along, everyone can take a look at each other's presentation pages. If I mispronounce your name, please correct me. Yeah, I don't want to get it wrong, so please tell me if I'm not properly pronouncing it. My first little rectangle, Brady Bunch style rectangle there is Bryn. Bryn, are you able to unmute and say a few words of introduction?
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm Bryn. I am an undergraduate student at the University of Calgary, and I'm presenting on body image during the pandemic. I did that as my undergraduate thesis, so yeah.
Thanks, Bryn. I put your link to your presentation page in the chat for anyone who wants to open that. I can see that there's already 19 engagements on that. And I would ask if are you presenting in person or online?
I'm presenting in person.
Fantastic. Well, if you don't mind as well for our online only participants, I can see at the bottom of the page there you could upload your digital media. So if you can, that would be great. And that means that everyone can take a look and ask you questions in the discussion board as well. So that's great.
Perfect. I uploaded it this morning. So
oh, you know what? It might just, we have so that's my next thing. We have a review process just so no one uploads a, electricity bill or anything like that. So it might just be still under review. So forgive me.
No worries.
Nice to meet you, Bryn. The next person I have is Sandra. Sandra.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sandra Rannicke, and I'm presenting virtually. I'm very excited to be here today. I'm in my office right now in a town called Moscow, pronounced a little bit differently than the Moscow in Russia. This is in Idaho in the United States, so just south of the border here from you. And I had originally planned to come up and present in person, but there's a lot to do. I'm directing the honors program at the University of Idaho, and I'm faculty here as well. And so I was unable to physically go, and I'm really excited that this is an option. So thank you for selecting my paper. I'm really excited to read more comments, and I've already gotten tons this morning. So thank you.
Great. That's nice to hear, Sandra. And I can see you've uploaded your digital media and you're all sorted there. Already 45 engagements. Great. So thank you for joining us today. And I put the link there so people can follow along. We have a few emerging scholars. Jasmine, are you able to unmute and say a few words?
Okay, hi, good morning and good day. Okay, and my name is Habiba Jasmine. I'm a PhD student at the University of the Witwatersrand in South Africa. My research is on parenting, contextualized parenting practices. So I have uploaded my digital media already a few days back. So I am very excited to be in this conference and moderate some sessions. So I hope to see you there.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, thank you.
Jasmine is one of our in-person emerging scholars. We have a great program where we support emerging scholars, so that graduate students and early career scholars to participate in the conference. So we have some in person and some online only. So I'll just say hello to Nizar. Nizar is one of our emerging scholars who's online. Are you able to say a few words of hello?
Yes. Hi, everyone. And thank you for inviting me. I am really glad to be part of this scholarly platform. My name is Nizar Ahmed. I am working as assistant professor in the Department of Sociology, Bacha Khan University, Jarsadda, Pakistan. My research basically is focusing on violence, extremism, and self-harm behavior. And here I will be presenting online. Before I was trying to come in person, but due to my visa delay, I was unable to participate in person. Then I requested to be shifted to the online only form. And my presentation is on the effect of violent video games on self-harm behavior of youth.
Thank you. And I put the link to your presentation page in the chat. So thank you. My next rectangle, I keep wanting to say square, but it's not, is Tony. Tony, are you able to unmute and say a few words of hello?
Hopefully you mean Tony Marie Gordon.
It just says Tony. Sorry, forgive me if I... I'm assuming it's you, Tony.
Okay, well, if it is me, I don't know. Tony is a common name, so I apologize if I'm speaking out of turn.
You're
I'm
fine. You're the only Tony in this chat, so.
Okay, perfect. I'm a writer and editor, and my online presentation is focused on the relationship between remote patient monitoring and health equity.
Great, thanks for joining us. I've put the link to your presentation page in the chat. And Daniel, are you able to? Daniel, it says Daniel Weishut. Forgive me if I've missed anything. Hi, Daniel.
And that's fine. Hi, everyone. I'm calling in from Jerusalem, and I'm a senior. Oh, my cat is I'm a senior lecturer at the Department of Social Work at Hadassah Academic College. And I'll be speaking together with my student colleague about sexual abuse among ultra-Orthodox Jewish social work students. Just one line about it. Ultra-Orthodox community is a very close community, and talking about sexual abuse is something very, very delicate. So we did a little research about it, and we will be presenting it online, asynchronic. So it's uploaded already, and you're invited to watch it.
Thank you, Daniel. Nice to meet you. Zolifqua, forgive me, I can't pronounce anything today. I think I need another coffee.
It's okay. My name is Zulfikar Aslam, and I work with the University of United Arab Emirates. It's night here, as a matter of fact, and the temperature is around 40 degrees centigrade. So you can imagine in the morning, it's like 51 degrees and so on. I work as a senior lecturer of innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. And I'm also the head for the Smart Innovative Projects here. My presentation actually was, face-to-face, in person, but I had the same issue. I applied for the Canadian visa almost 4 months ago, and I was sure I was going to get it, but it's still under processing. So I had to get into the online, method. My scientific research here is aerohaptics applied healthcare systems. We are trying to develop a prototype here at the UA University, and the details are all there, with the network. So you guys can see my video and everything there.
Thank you. And another one of our great emerging scholars. So thank you for participating.
Thank you very much.
The next rectangle is Huang. Huang?
Hello, it's me. Yes. My name is Huang Yan Xie. I'm from Taiwan. I'm going to attend the in-person conference, so I will see you, all of you, tomorrow. And I'm going to present my paper called Impact of Community Ties on Residents' Subject Well-being and Evidence from Indigenous People in Taiwan. Now I'm working in National Chilan University, Taiwan, in the Department of Social Policy and Social Work. And my research field including social policy, community care, and community work. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk a little bit about the event Mircosite and how to engage in the conference as an online only participant. I'm going to share my screen, which even though I do often always makes me nervous, like I'm going to accidentally hang up or something, but I'll just do that now. Maybe someone can give me a thumbs up and let me know that they're able to see it. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. And I'm recording this. This will be uploaded later on, so I do tend to talk a little quickly. I actively try to slow myself down, but you can feel free to just sort of raise your hand or anything like that if if I'm going a little too fast. So there are a number of ways to get to the CGScholar microsite. You would have received emails that'll take you directly there. If for some reason you're lost, the easiest thing to do is click on this button right here, which is on the healthandsociety.com webpage. That'll open up here to the About page. Another way to get there is if you're logged into CGScholar.com, your name will be appearing in the top right-hand corner of the page. If your name is not there, that means you are not logged in. You will not be able to see any of the content from the conference unless you're logged in. So please remember to log in. Otherwise, it's going to be a little confusing. One thing, that's just one little thing to mention to start off. On the About page here, we have some information about the research as well as the themes and special focus. One thing I want to point out is this download the e-program and user guide. When you click on that, it'll open up in a new tab. This is actually a PDF that you can download. It includes information, sorry, my Wi-Fi is a little slow today. It includes much of the information that I'm saying right now about how to engage in the conference website, but also just an overview of the conference itself, including the plenary speakers, information about the emerging scholars. I'm trying to reload because I'm impatient, and information about the history of the conference. So right here, this is about the conference, about the research network chairs, about the journal, and then here's more information specific to the 2023 conference, plenary speakers, as well as our emerging scholars. But right here at the bottom, this is the user guide. So everything that I'm saying here today is also here in the PDF. If you want to download that, refer to it later on, or if you get confused or anything like that and need some further guidance. The next tab I'm going to show you is this one. It says submit a proposal for me because I'm not presenting at the conference. If you are presenting and have an accepted proposal, it will say your proposal. When you click on that, the bottom of this page is where you'll upload your digital media. Now, for online only participants, digital media is required. All online only participants, there's no live Zoom component to these sessions. They present asynchronously and they present via the digital media upload. For the in-person delegates, like Bryn, you're an in-person delegate. Did you say that? Yes, you did. I've forgotten now. I'm getting all my people confused. I think I need another coffee. We also recommend that you upload your digital media because that means all our online only participants can ask questions in the discussion board and view your presentations. So on this your proposal page is where you'll be able to do that. Your registration will look a little bit different to mine. Mine's a common ground staff in person, but you'll be able to download the receipt there. I'm just going to quickly skip over presentations just to highlight special events. I think most of them are closed now, but you are still able to sign up for a couple of different things. The tour today is full for anyone who's interested and not already signed up. So sorry about that. We've hit a maximum capacity there. Presentations tab. Just wait for that to load in. So this following tab under presentations is specific to your profile. So my following might be different from your following, but this is just a quick access for getting back to those presentations you're particularly interested in. I'll show you how this works in just one moment. Featured presentations. These are our great emerging scholars, which I keep talking about because they're great. They're fantastic. So I will just go down here and you can view every single one of these is a hyperlink. So let's just use Tamara as an example. It will open up a new tab. This is her presentation page with her abstract, and we can see there the digital media uploaded by Tamara. If, for example, I'm interested further in this presenter, this delegate, their names are hyperlinked. So it will take you to their individual profile page. I highly recommend you update your profile because if your name's hyperlinked and someone clicks on you, it's nice to be able to learn a little bit more about you. So to do that, you go into the top right where your name is and you go down to account settings, and that's where you'll be able to upload all the information that's here. If, for example, I'm interested in this presentation and I want to follow it, to make it appear on that following tab, I'll go ahead and click follow here. That means if someone comments in the discussion board related to that presentation, to that panel that the presentation is on, you'll receive an email. It also means that you can get back to it easily here by appearing on this following tab. So like I said, that's specific to you. Who you want to follow is up to you, and it will appear here. If, for example, you're interested in a specific theme, you only want to see the presentations related to the special focus, here they are listed by theme. So you can just scroll down and see all the presentations listed under that theme grouping. And this one's by type. So we have many different presentation types, themed paper presentations, but also poster presentations. So workshops. Let's say I'm only interested in poster sessions. It seems like we have a lot of theme paper presentations. You can scroll down and see all the posters there. At the top of the page here is alphabetical. Interestingly, it's alphabetical according to the title of the presentation. So if, for example, you remember the title of the presentation, you can go ahead and scroll through here and find it there. I'm just going to let someone in from the waiting room. Now I'll jump over to the event schedule here. So here we are on the first conference. This is the session we're in now. Any session that says live online only means that once you click on the title, there's going to be a Zoom link inside. So you can see the session that we have coming up now. Right after this session is the featured book talk. And so the link for that is in this session just here. We do also record this, as I mentioned before, so the featured book talk will also be recorded. If you have questions for the author, you can go ahead and click on discuss and write those in the discussion board. Then we jump over to the first day of the conference. So you can see here that there's no live online only here. That means that these plenary sessions and the opening will be recorded and uploaded right after the session. The plenary speakers all have accounts with access to the discussion board, so they'll be in there looking for your comments and discussion after the session. We then jump into the talking circles. This is really nice informal talk. This is the in-person part of the conference. It's sort of an informal session, kind of like we're doing now, where we discuss who we are, why we're in that room, and our relationship to the theme. We do also have an online only talking circle, which is on the afternoon of the 15th. So if you scroll down here, you'll be able to find it. Then we go into parallel sessions. We can see that these three papers are themed under the title Digital Links. So I can go ahead and click on that title. Important to note is that the discussion board is for the panel, not for the individual presentation. So we can see here that this presenter has uploaded digital media, so you can go ahead and view that and join the discussion there. I'm going to jump over to the online only part of the session, part of the conference. So here we can see these papers are themed. We have our emerging scholars assigned to help moderate the discussion boards. But if I click on here, I can see, I was going to try and find one where digital media is not uploaded. Oh, here it is. Let's see if it's going to let me, or maybe it's not going to let me right now. I can request this digital media at the bottom of the page. So if someone hasn't uploaded digital media, you can go ahead and request it. The presenter will receive an email saying someone wants to see your digital media. And when it is uploaded, you as the requester will receive an email saying it has now been uploaded. But I want to just jump back here. So I can see here that there's 5 presentations in Pathway to Health. You can go ahead and click on those. The discussion boards are open now. So if you view this digital media, you can go ahead and click to join the discussion. Sorry, I'm going to let another person in. And scroll down. We can see actually there's already some great discussion in here thanks to our emerging scholars. So thank you for that. One thing I also want to highlight, and which I mentioned before, is that we do have a number of Spanish language delegates. If you choose, you can jump between English and Spanish by toggling over here. So if you want to see the Spanish language sessions, you can do that by just a simple toggle and a little switch over there. I know there's something I failed to say here, and perhaps I've gone a little too quickly. So what I might do at this stage is open it up for any questions. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Thompson. Thompson, I just have one question. Like, I didn't understand follow and unfollow thing. Like, whenever I go into my own presentation and things like that, it shows follow. And when I go as an emerging scholar, it shows unfollow or something. I didn't understand this. I didn't understand this term.
Okay, so everyone, when you first go in there, can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, so when you first go in there, you can follow the presentation. And if it appears unfollow, that means you're already following that presentation because the action is to unfollow it, right? So I'm following Lynn's presentation now. This action is to unfollow it. So what I should do is when I come now to presentations, sorry, I'm just going to jump over there. I should be able to see Lynn's presentation as a following, which is right there. Now, if I want to unfollow that, I can go ahead and click again, and then it'll be removed from this page. Jasmine, did you have a question?
Yes, hi. I didn't understand the asynchronous online presentations. Is it like in a different Spanish language only, or?
No, it's here in the English tab, just online
No.
only.
I mean, why is it asynchronous?
There's no live component to these sessions, so they all rely on a digital media upload as the form of presentation. There's no live Zoom to the online only themed paper presentations. We do this for a number of reasons. What actually happens is we end up excluding a whole group of delegates because of time zones. And so this asynchronous method actually works quite well in terms of forming discussion in the discussion boards.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Are there any other questions? I know we have a couple of people who just joined. So what I might do is put you on the spot. Nancy, are you there? Nancy Patricia Garcia, are you able to unmute yourself and say a few words of hello to everyone?
Hi, Tamsin. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Did you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what if you're presenting?
I need to begin to review the conference story.
And no worries.
Maybe in Spanish, maybe in English.
No worries. Thanks, Nancy. Lauren, are you able to say a few words of hello?
Yes, thank you. It's great to be here. I've participated in a conference in previous year, and I do research on chronic health conditions. I am in the US in Canton, Ohio at Malone University, and I am presenting a poster with one of my graduate students on chronic health conditions and health co-inquiry online. So I'm just happy to be in and be learning from everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren. Nice to meet you. Does anyone have any other questions? I hope I've covered things. Yes, go ahead. I can see your hand view.
Yes, Thompson, I just have one last question, and I'm not going to bother you guys a lot.
You're not bothering me in the slightest. That's what this session is for.
Okay, whether it's a valid question or not, because like I work in a university where we have like 24,000 students.
Yes.
My students are very much interested in participation and in looking into scientific presentations and so on. So is it open to the public? How is it? Like, because it's night here. Tomorrow I'm going to tell them that you can get in, but can you help me? Like, how can I do that?
Perhaps we stay on the line after this session so that we can try and figure out how to incorporate some your students in a way, because we'll have to figure out a method. Right now, it's only open to people who are registered for the conference.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Are there any other questions? Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is don't leave any presentation or digital media unwatched. But one thing also to remember is you don't have to watch it all in the next couple of days. As long as you're registered for the conference, you will be able to see it. This acts as a sort of archive. If you see a presentation and then 2 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, 6 months from now, you want to go back and view that again, you just simply log into your account and it will be there. So you will have access to this. The discussion boards are now open and will remain open. So this acts as sort of a living archive of the conference. We will have everyone there tomorrow morning. For those who are participating in person, I'll see you for registration. I think it's about 8:30 here in Vancouver that it starts. For those who are participating online, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the online only sessions as well. And I'm hesitant to leave just in case there's another question. But with that, what I might do is also just put my email address, my direct email address in the chat. If I can type and talk at the same time, and you can send me a question at any time and we will do our best to answer as best as possible. So with that, I'll say see you later. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Nice to put faces to names, and so see you all shortly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Tamsin, may I ask you something?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, about the journal, how do you, I know that you have sent the link and I can get the details about it, but
Yes.
just to know, like, usually what is the average time of the review, like after submission?
Oh, this is a good question. I should have had this answer. I do know this, but then I can't remember off the top of my head. So I want to just double check. We have a knowledge base with sort of like frequently asked questions, and I believe the answer is in there. So just give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Journals. I'll send you the link. Peer review. I'll just send you in the chat the link to all this information. Let me see if I can find the actual length. I believe it says 6 months, but I don't want to tell you the wrong length of time. I think it's in here somewhere. I can't find it. I think it's 6 months. I'll send you an email when I double check with the publishing team.
Thank you very much.
Or I'll see you tomorrow. So I'll just have the answer for you by then.
Have a good evening.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, good day. Bye.
Yes, see you later.
See you.
So one thing we can do, if your students are interested in, I can't give them all access to the program without them being registered. So the only thing I can do is I can give you the link to our YouTube channel, and a lot of our recorded sessions will, so this is, I'm going to put it in the chat now.
Actually, mine is also on the YouTube, and I took the code from there and I sent it to the CGScholar people actually.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I just put the link in the chat, and so you should be able to see the videos there. We do create a playlist. So if you go to the playlist section, we haven't created the playlist yet because we don't have the plenary sessions uploaded yet. But they can go to the playlist section and see a lot of the content there. There's also on that YouTube page previous years. So they're welcome to go back to like the 2022, 2021, 2020. I can see we might even have the 2019 health conference content there as well. So that's probably the easiest way to do it, because otherwise they'd all have to be registered.
Yeah, you're totally right. And Tamsin, one more thing, like, is there a possibility of future collaboration or something like maybe a conference in the United Arab Emirates University or something. I don't know, with the help of your network.
Yes, so we could discuss that. Maybe let's do it next week or over the weekend, and maybe we
Fine.
can meet up
Excellent.
over Zoom and talk about possibilities of doing that.
Right. All right, great.
Perfect.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
I can see you've already made the comments in the discussion board, so things are good.
Yeah. I have done lots of work. I went through each and every research paper, and I try to ask questions technically because I work as a head of the innovation projects department. So there's so many things that we do. So I mean, like I had detailed questions and things like that, and it's really fun, like the
Okay,
answers
good. I'm glad
getting
you're
is on.
enjoying yourself. And you're welcome to become an emerging scholar in future years as well. I mean, we'd love
I definitely am going to do that, and I'm going to tell my
encourage
students
also
to
your
participate in it.
students. Yes, we like to
I'm gonna do
encourage
that.
students because we know that a lot of academic spaces are hard to sort of enter into. We want to create sort of an open space where people can view as much as possible and engage. So
right.
sometimes there's closed walls in these academic spaces, so we want to try and open them up for students.
Like maybe in the next conference or something, I'm going to present something like I'm a global inventor. We're working on a commercialization of a project here, my own product, as a matter of fact. So I'm gonna present that next time.
Perfect. Looking forward
Thank
to
you.
it. And send me an email and we'll make a time to meet up sometime next week on Zoom.
I'm going to do that tomorrow after going through certain, presentations and so on. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Bye.
Perfect. Have a nice day.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.